Hey guys, how's it going? It's Chris and Sam here.
Hi guys.
And we totally didn't just film this in sequence from the other video. We switched sides, see?
Yeah, we switched sides.
Completely different video. Shut the fuck up, Zilla! So, we're here to talk about the Gorillaz concert.
Yay.
It just, Gorillaz Humans World Tour came to Detroit, Michigan, and this little saucy moaf got us tickets. How long ago did you get the tickets?
I think they actually went on sale in May.
May.
I want to say.
Currently, it's the 25th of September, but the concert was the 18th.
The 18th
of September. So she got those tickets for our, what was it, that 1 year?
Maybe it was April. I can't exactly remember. I'll have to look it up. I think it was May. I got them in May, and that was because it was for our year and a half. Our year and a half was September 22nd. But it was 4 days earlier than that, so I was like, yeah, we'll just round it up. So.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah,
anyway, so she got those tickets, and it was at the Fox Theater in Detroit, so like hour and a half away, give or take.
Oh, about that, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, hour and a half from us.
So, and my reaction when she revealed the tickets to me was just like, oh, awesome. It's like Gorillaz. It's like, oh, yeah, I've always wanted to see them. And it's like, obviously, it's like one of my goals in life to see Gorillaz live. And at the time, I was, my brain didn't process it. And it didn't process it until we were on our way there. When I got the tickets, it was like, it wasn't a reality to me. Like, it was like, oh, right now, it was just slips of paper, Gorillaz tickets, you know. But that I hadn't gone there. I didn't understand. And I didn't want to think about it too much at the time because I knew how far away it was. I didn't want to get myself early hyped and then burn that hype energy way too early before the show. And then when the show would happen, I would be, you know, much more mellow about it. I didn't want that. So honestly, I got the tickets and I was like, awesome. Delete from my brain. I stored it in the back of my head.
It's like, I don't want to think about it at all.
Nope, I didn't want to think about it at all. So, then we fast forward to the 18th, and on our way there, we were driving down. I was posting on Instagram. You can see some of the stuff on the video. I recorded most of the concert and some of the stuff leading up to it on a separate video. I'll post that. But on the way there, we were just kind of just listening to music, talking, posting some Instagram stories, and then as we were like, I don't know, 30 minutes out, bam! Hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was just sitting in the car listening to... I switched it. We were listening to the Humans album, and I switched the song to Demon Days, and I was just letting that play out, and Sam was driving.
He had said, he's like, I need to get this out of my system, and I need to get it out now. And he did.
I just started crying in the car.
We just started crying. And I felt so bad, because I'm like paying attention to the road, trying to look at him, and then pay attention to the road, and be like, hey, are you okay? And he's just like, he just closed it, his eyes are closed, he's just like waving me away. I'm like, you're obviously not okay, but I gotta pay attention to the road, so.
And it was literally, it wasn't just like, it was like literally just tears dripping off my face, on my arms. I was like this, just losing it. And because I was just so happy. And I've been, for someone like me, happiness is like something that I hold dear. And there have been things that made me obviously very happy in life, but happy in a different way. I didn't say you.
Oh, ouch.
Cheese pizza, motherfucker!
Yeah,
no.
you're right. No. CheesePizzaSbomb.com.
There's been things that obviously make me very happy, but it's happy on a different level. It's happy, like stuff with her, it's like happy on a peace level. Like, you know, I feel at peace and I'm happy with life and things and the situation. But for the Gorillaz thing, this is like something I've been dreaming about ever since I first heard Feel Good Inc. Ever since I first heard Clint Eastwood, ever since I got into Gorillaz, it's something I've been dreaming about. And when that hit me, I got it out of my system, and we got there, and it was just bliss. And then when we finally sat down, and they had like a it's just everything building up to it, everything leading up to it, and when they started to play.
On a side note, though, before we actually got in, we were waiting in line to get ready to get directed.
Yeah.
To, you know, get directed to our seats. We were kind of waiting in line. There was the the merch booth that was like right next to us. But we're kind of just waiting in line. People are, you know, standing up at the doors before they actually... We're technically in the concert hall, but we're only like in the lobby basically. They've still got doors that they will take you through, which will take you up to the stairs or whatever, and, you know, you present your ticket and people will be like, oh, you're going to go up these stairs, and then some more people will direct you to your seat. So as we're waiting in line, we're standing beside younger, like 2 kids. They're younger than us. Well, they're not too young. They're probably about, like, between 16 and 18. And one of them was this cute little girl. She was punkish, whatever, and she was kind of just looking at her friend, and tears just started welling up in her eyes, and I could just hear her, and she's just like,
I'm just so
I'm
happy.
just so happy and so excited.
She's like, I'm like this, we're looking at the line this way, and she's like right here behind me.
Yeah.
She's like the typical girl, just like...
She's just trying to cover her face. She's like, I'm just so happy and so excited.
And I'm sitting there like...
And it's just like, it's not,
it
affects people because this band is just so influential, and not even that it's been around for so long, but just...
It has.
They just have just great music, and people just either been wanting to see them for so long, or they thought they would never get to see them, and now is their chance.
That's the thing, is with Gorillaz, they've created not only the band and not only Damon and Jamie, they've created a world and characters that are so personalized and likable, and that they feel alive. And that I feel bad for Jamie and Damon, because these characters don't exist, and they have like their lives and careers are based, not entirely, but based around these characters, and everyone loves and hypes these characters so much, but it's just like, it's just looking at your own creation, like, you know, it's all it'll ever be is a creation, but everyone's just so crazy about it. Like, I was so happy because when we were waiting in line to get into the theater out in the street, there were cosplayers walking by. There were people dressed as Noodle, as 2D. There were some Murdochs. I didn't see any Russell. But
I didn't see any Russell.
Poor Russell. He isn't getting love.
I know, poor guy.
It's not real.
It's so funny, though, because I am pretty sure all these cosplayers that were, you know, actually cosplaying, guaranteed they were all under 15 years old. Yep. And not just they looked like they were under 15, they were definitely under 15.
Oh, there was some girl she had to been like 11.
Yeah.
Like, she was
cutie
Noodle.
Patootie. Yeah, he's got a couple of pictures. He'll probably be posting, post a couple pictures in the comments or
I can honestly show them on here on Instagram real quick.
They won't be as good,
some of
but...
them. No, they'll be okay. But, like, there was,
I felt so
this
bad.
pair right
here. That wasn't even that personalized of a picture. I took that picture for him.
Yeah, there was, like, this pair right here. So now, obviously, I wore my white pants because I'm, like, fucking Gorillaz. And then there's... Obviously, there's other, like, videos and stuff like that. There's the video you can see of all this stuff. But, it was just seeing people dress up as them, and immediately I'm like, well, I'm going as 2D for Halloween. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
So, it was just everything. The entire environment, all the atmosphere, everything I felt so complete. And getting into the show, once they started playing, they opened up with M1A1 of all songs. Completely threw me off. It's a good opener song because it has that slow build that just gets everyone excited, and then it just explodes. It's like Horns Blind. Just... And then it just explodes into it, and this is just a slow build. Slow build gets for like 4 minutes. Just everyone's like, yes, yes,
just
yes,
waiting for
yes,
it, waiting for it.
And then it just explodes into a flash of strobe lights, and it's amazing. And then as soon as it happened, like I recorded everything I could. You could see the videos. I recorded everything I could. All I wanted to do was just like fucking rip my shirt off, stab myself, carve Gorillaz into my stomach, and die. I was so happy, like a Slayer concert.
Which was funny because standing next to him the whole time, it was just more like, I feel so bad because I know he wanted to let out so many more emotions, and he was just so contained. And you could just see him, you could see the emotions behind his face, even though he wasn't letting them out. And he was just singing along to every song. You know, it might not have been very, like, big, you know, headbanging, but it was just more like he was singing along, knew the lyrics to every single one of them. And it was very, what's the word? Enlightening. To see him like that. Not just anyone, but it's...
And the thing is, whenever I'm sitting there, most of the time I was sitting there like this, holding the phone, recording, but I wasn't like that doofus that stares at the camera as I'm watching the concert, so I'm watching the concert digitally. I had a position where I got it perfectly framed to the concert, and I was actually looking past the phone and watching the concert. And I'm not the kind of person thrash and to rave and to jump around at a concert or wherever. I am always pretty contained. I'm kind of bouncing to myself. I'm enjoying myself because I don't have to emote my excitement. I am enjoying. I'm feeling it. That's all that matters. I don't emote. I keep it all inside, and I just had just the biggest smile on my soul while I was there. And they played every fucking song I wanted to hear. Every one they played, they nailed them. They had a few curveballs thrown. The super fast jellyfish came out of nowhere.
Super fast jellyfish came on. We definitely weren't expecting
everything.
that one.
It was a 23-song set list. It blew me away. And then they got to El Mañana.
Oh God!
And when they
not even that, they did "Busted in Blue," which is probably one of the nicest, which is probably the slowest song on their new album. Would you say?
Is.
Yeah,
definitely.
So that's a slow song,
except
which
for
is
maybe
a very
Circle
mellow
of Friends,
song.
but yeah, Bustin' Blue is definitely the slowest.
See, I've never heard Circle of Friends.
Circle love, circle love, circle love.
Yeah,
circle of friends.
And then they played El Mañana. There was one more that they played after that was kind of sad.
Well, I have the set list on my phone, but the thing is that when they played El Mañana, I was being strong and I was standing and I was watching. As soon as El Mañana came on, I looked at him like, I can't.
I gotta sit down.
I sat down and I was just, I wasn't even looking at the stage. I was just completely in tears. When you see El Mañana up here in the video, just know behind the camera, I was just in there like, just head down, just like completely losing my shit. And
I felt bad. I got down with him. I kind of, hugged him on his side and we were both kind of singing the lyrics to each other, just kind of enjoying the moment, I should say.
Melancholy Hill played before, and then Bustin' in Blue, and then El Mañana. So the set list was M1A1, in order, M1A1, Last Living Souls, Saturn's Bars, Tomorrow Comes Today, Rhinestone Eyes, Sleeping Powder, Melancholy Hill, Bustin' in Blue, El Mañana, Superfast Jellyfish, Ascension, Strobe Light, Andromeda, Sex Murder Party, Out of Body, Garage Palace, which was one of the guest stars that came up and started singing as like an intermission, Kids with Guns, We Got the Power, Stylo, which completely threw me off.
Yeah, that one threw me off too.
Because Bobby Womack's dead. Feel Good, Clint Eastwood, Don't Get Lost in Heaven, and Demon Days. That was the set list, and so they got like everything I wanted to hear. It was amazing. That was that. It was probably I haven't been to very many concerts in my life, and I've been to some there. I'm like, yeah, it was awesome. That was definitely, if not the best concert I've ever been to, guaranteed top 3. It wasn't even just the concert that was great, it was the experience. Seeing the people there and seeing, I really enjoy Gorillaz. They're not my favorite band, but, I love their music. They're super awesome. But seeing the people who actually do love Gorillaz, who Gorillaz is their favorite band, the experience of seeing from another perspective, seeing how much one band can affect people's lives and how much the music affects them and how just the environment. It was a sight to behold. I had a couple people just like pointing out the tattoos and stuff. Just that's awesome. And it was like, I've seen Korn live twice. I've seen Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium, Asking Alexandria, Mushroom Head.
Did you ever get to see Linkin Park?
No.
You didn't?
No. I've seen a bunch of bands I really love. And Korn easily ties. Well, it's like 2 points behind Gorillaz for being my favorite band. Gorillaz and Korn, but it's like Gorillaz and Korn's like right there. And I've seen Korn live twice, and it was a blast. It was amazing both times. They're like one of the best bands to perform live. Next to actually, honestly, Avenged Sevenfold is pretty awesome too. But Korn is just amazing. They suck you right into the stage, but even still, nothing can beat Gorillaz. Nothing can beat what I witnessed that day, and it was honestly like. I don't want to sound like I diminish some other people, but it was honestly the best day of my life. And it was the happiest I have ever been.
Nothing could diminish that. Why? Because I was able to help kind of bring that
to
fruition.
No, you didn't help. You were the cause of the happiest day of my life.
I helped.
No, you were the cause. You didn't help. You got me tickets. You fucking drove there. You brought me to the Spirit House.
I did. I brought
the Spirit House.
You can't go and see Gorillaz without, in fucking Detroit, Michigan, without seeing the real Spirit House. I'm sorry. Yeah. I wasn't going to let that go. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to go there. I won't tell them we're going there. We're just going to go there.
Nope. So, it's all thanks to this beautiful mistake of nature.
Dabba.
And man, that was nice. So.
That was a bucket list thing. And
oh yeah, bucket list complete.
Opportunity of a lifetime, and I wasn't gonna let it pass by. I wasn't gonna let it pass him by, and I wasn't gonna let it pass me by.
Because she kept saying, you would have done it. I would have never been able to. Because Gorillaz hadn't toured in like 4 or 5 years. They didn't do a tour. They didn't have a new album, and they didn't come to the States very often. If they did, it was only in the really big venues, the big, expensive, gorgeous venues. So nowhere near New Hampshire I would have gone, except for maybe Boston. But even that, it's still, they have like the Boston Orchestral House, but they played that place so many times that they honestly, they could just as easily skip it. So I would never have been able to, I would never have done it. Or if I did, it would have been too late. So yeah, that was the.
But it's not about what you
experience.
Might not have done. It's what you did do. And you've seen them.
I did get to see them. I don't claim to be one of the biggest Gorillaz fans ever for nothing. It's not that like I know all the knowledge about them. I want to, but my brain just doesn't retain the information. But I still consider myself to be like the person in the world who just loves Gorillaz the most. Not knows the most about them, not has the most of their things, not has seen them the most times, but the person who has the most love for the Gorillaz in their heart is me. Back up. She's mine. You can't even get close. You can't touch that place in my heart. Nobody can. Don't. You just said don't. You got too close. I have to clean it.
I have to clean it.
Okay. All right, guys. Okay. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for this whole thing.
You're welcome.
And if you want to see the live video that I was talking about, like I said, I recorded some stuff from my Instagram story. And I tried to record most of the songs. My phone did die, so I missed a couple of them. Only like 4 songs I missed or something like that. But it's all like almost 2 hours long of everything. And there's only like 3 or 4 minutes of pre-concert, and then the rest of the video is a concert. So I will link that in the description at the end of this video. If you want to see my Gorillaz collection video, that will also be linked at the end of this video. And what were you gonna say? Before I end it?
You might come across his first couple of videos that he took of the actual songs being recorded.
Oh, yeah.
They looked a little choppy, but that was just because he was using a really funky app. But after you get past those, I think you could probably get past maybe 6 or 7 minutes where it looks a little choppy on the filming. But if you go past it, it was
beautiful. It was M1A1, really Last Living Souls, Saturn's Bars. I think those 3 were recorded in a kind of crap camera app. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but it was kind of fuzzy. And then after that, everything is much more crisp and clear. Mm-hmm. So when you get to that, just listen.
So
it doesn't look
think
the
like,
worst.
Oh, the whole video looks kind of like shit. It definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't.
So before we end it, I have to do this. I'm not going to do the whole thing we just did. But if you didn't know, in case you're new to me, or if you haven't been informed yet, my book is published. Guys, hey, look, it's her face.
Hey, that's my face.
If you are interested in a...
Inside fact, if you don't know that.
Oh, what? Who's that? I don't know who the fuck that is. Some random girl I got on the street.
Some model.
If you are interested in anime, manga, mystery, action, horror, then this is the book for you. Vengeance Children of Faust. Go to vengeanceofficial.com, link in the description below, for more information on where to purchase and other things. I guarantee you will like it if you like those things. All the info is on the website. So check that out. Share it with a friend and help me live a good life with publishing and stuff.
Let it out. Not even about that. It's about getting it out to people. Please.
Yeah, just
please
share
tell
it.
your friends.
Because I just genuinely want people to enjoy it. So, because I enjoy it so much.
I enjoy it.
Gorillaz, the book, Sam. I'm just kidding.
It's okay. I'll be third.
No, it's Sam. Gorillaz, the book. Because she just has, like, the pedestal.
Don't let him fool you. Girls can come before me. It's okay.
Thank you. Alright, thanks, guys, for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed.
Leave
me a like if you enjoyed. Mouth stuff is hard.
Please.
I'll see you guys later.
Leave the like. Goodbye.